we are live. Awesome. So I just wanted to hop on here, make a quick video about, kind of everything you need to get into triathlon and how much it costs. I think I'm somewhere in the middle range. You can definitely go a little cheaper, and the top end is never ending. So without further ado, we'll jump right into it. We'll start with the swim section. I have the Roka Maverick Comp 3 wetsuit, $565 off of their website. It's super fast, and there's good range of motion around the shoulder, and it's very durable. I purchased the Roka R1 goggles for $50 off of the website. I also purchased Orca goggles from orca.com, and what was cool about Orca goggles is I bought the Killa 180s is what they're called, and I paid $30 for those, and they even threw in a swim cap with that, so that was pretty cool. But ultimately, when I started in January, about 10-11 months ago, I purchased some goggles off Amazon. They were called Xionor goggles for like $20, so super great deal, and was a great way to get started. Fortunately for me, I had a swim group that I got to swim with at the YMCA, and that was free of charge for me. But I think it's very important to find a group of people to swim with that know how to do it and give you some tips and tricks. And then I also think it's important on race day to have some body glide, to go in around your arms and your back and your neck to prevent that wetsuit from causing any chafing. All right, right into the bike section. I have a Cervelo P2. It's a size 54 for me because I'm 5'9", 5'10", and it's very important that you get the bike fitted. So that costed me about $100 to get the bike fitted, but make sure you find a bike that kind of fits you for sure. But my bike was $1,800. I also purchased an additional wheel set, a Zip wheel set for $500. They're kind of race wheels. They're faster and they're lighter. It's also important to have, in the most bikes have a little compartment in the back that you buy. In that compartment you put like a tire lever, a tire, and some canisters just in case you get a flat. You can get your bike up and going again. That's important. So that was about $150 for me if you include, I bought some additional water bottle cages. Definitely optional, but I've found it extremely helpful in every situation. But right here I have this, it's called the Garmin Edge 530. Basically it tells you, how fast you're going, how far you've gone, and it keeps track of time, of course. So super helpful, but that version right there is about $300. Finding some shoes. My shoes have the BOA on them, pretty cool. Shimano RC3s, and then some white Specialized, and those can be between $100 and $150. So I have to have this thing on the bottom. It's called an SPD that you screw into the bottom to click into your pedals. Add up all the water bottles I have for my bike. I like these Podium Camelback. Basically you just unlock it and then squeeze and then lock it. I'm a big fan of these, but I've probably spent like $50 and I have like 6 of them. I found an Aero helmet for $50 on Marketplace as well. Recently I upgraded to a $350 helmet. The $50 one was the Gyro Advantage 2. It's my white helmet, has that aerodynamic look, and then I purchased another Gyro helmet that's black, and it has this visor that covers your vision, so it eliminates having to wear sunglasses. From my local bike shop for about $120, I purchased some bibs. They're these pants with some additional padding, and then a biking fleece. So it's just kind of like my training outfit. Running hat and belt, about $25. Getting out off the bike, throwing the helmet off. Most people throw on a hat, and then you have to have some kind of belt to wear a bib. Basically, it just allows you. This one has a little compartment, but really to hold your bib number. And then I think it's important for, you know, injury prevention, and for if you want a faster time, to have a training day running shoe and a race day running shoe. So currently for me, I have the Mach X3 as my training shoe. If I'm honest, I preferred the Mach X2 more, but basically this is just a heavier shoe that has more padding and more cushion, just to prevent injury over a long, a lot of miles. And then this is the Rocket X2, which is a faster, lighter, plated shoe. So super awesome here. I love this shoe. But the Mach X3 was $190, and the Rocket X2 I purchased for $260. I ordered a tri-suit off of Orca for $200, and I also found a used marketplace find Ironman Zoot tri-suit for $150. I've always used the Morton gels, and they run about $5 a gel, but they're super awesome, and I feel like it's clean and it's high quality. So definitely expensive, but you know, I think they're easier on my body than the Goo and Roctane gels. So all in all, that ran me between, you know, $5,000 and $5,500. All right, so thanks for hopping on here, listening to, you know, what I purchased for myself. And you know, I just encourage anybody that if they have any questions, just reach out to me. And I think it's been an awesome thing that's changed my life, is getting into this sport. So I would encourage anybody to do the same, and I'd be happy to help where I can. So till next time, we got like 13 days until race day, so I'll post another video about that and how that went. And yeah, awesome. So thanks for watching.